Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Hi everybody, Anja here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common German questions. The question for this lesson is, how do I use the word leihen in German? Leihen means both to lend and to borrow. So how do you know when which one is being used? The easiest way to tell is using these two different expressions, sich etwas leihen, to borrow something, and jemandem etwas leihen, to lend someone something. Let's take a look at the pronouns. In the first sentence, the subject, I, you, he, her, and so on, will be related to the subject something, and the same corresponding pronouns will be used. So for example, if you want to say, I borrow something, then the sentence would be, ich leihe mir etwas. Here, the word ich means I and corresponds with mir, literally translating to me. This is the same for all pronouns in German, including you or du, dir, and so on. You can check out a full conjugation chart in the lesson notes. If you want to use the expression jemandem etwas leihen, meaning to lend something, then the subject and the object are not related and you'll be using two different pronouns. For example, ich leihe ihm etwas, meaning I lend him something. In this sentence, the pronouns ich, I, and ihm, him, are different, so the listeners know that the speaker means lend. Let's do some examples so you can learn how to make sentences using borrow and lend correctly. Let's first do an example with borrow. Ich leihe mir einen Film aus der Videothek. This means I borrow a movie from the video store. Here the corresponding pronouns are ich and mir, and both refer to I. Therefore, we know this sentence is using borrow. Now, let's do one with lend. Er leiht ihr ein Buch. He lends her a book. Here the pronouns are different, so we know this sentence is using lend. Now, let's do a tricky one. Ich leihe dir ein Kleid und du leihst mir einen Rock. I lend you a dress and you lend me a skirt. In this sentence, ich and dir and du and mir are different, non-corresponding pronouns referring to I and you. If you want to change the sentence to borrow, it will sound like this. Du leihst dir ein Kleid von mir und ich leihe mir einen Rock von dir. You borrow a dress from me and I borrow a skirt from you. In this case, du and dir and ich and mir correspond, changing the sentence to borrow while still meaning the same thing. How was it? If you're still having a little trouble, remember that while leihen can be used for both lend and borrow, verleihen only means to lend, and ausleihen only means to borrow. Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye, see you next time.